Welcome everyone to Tecumseh, Ontario. It's time for the final matchups of the season for both the Humber Hawks and the St. Clair Saints and OCAA baseball. Welcome everyone once again to Burt Lacoste Park. I'm Justin Burns. Welcome to We Digital's coverage for our second to last games of the season for these two teams. Both teams currently getting in position to get set for today's matchup as we get set for what's expected to be a competitive one. Again, the record's currently flipped there, but St. Clair is undefeated coming into today. Humber is the team at 12-4 on the season. And so far, both of these teams have looked mighty competitive. Humber amongst the top three in the OCAA. St. Clair, of course, at the top of the standings. So both teams get themselves ready to go for today. Take a look at St. Clair as they'll be wearing the green and gold today with the white pants for their ball game. Humber will be in the white with the blue and gold trim. Both teams currently in the midst of finishing up their discussions before they take to the field for today's ball game here on We Digital. St. Clair last night taking on Seneca, won 14-0 and 6-4. While the Humber Hawks yesterday ended up playing against Lambton and splitting their series, losing in the first game 7-6, but then beating the Lions 12-1 to end off the day and break what was a 3-game losing streak for them in those matchups against Lambton. Both teams coming out of their respective huddles just about ready to play some baseball here today in Tecumseh. Go to the lineups in just a moment here as on the mound for St. Clair today, Brady Nelson, one of the veterans for this squad and one of the top pitchers this season, ready to lead this team today. As a matter of fact, Nelson is the league leader in ERA this year at .25. You know who's second? His teammate, the graduate, Brock Whitson. St. Clair honoring its graduates before today's ball game. 6 of them were on that list. So as we follow on with Brady Nelson, he comes in today 5-0 on the season with 5 starts, 2 complete games as well in his 28 innings of work, as well as only allowing just the 1 run all season. Put a star next to that one. 6 walks as well with 12 hits allowed all campaign in those 5 previous appearances. A tough pitcher to face today for the Humber Hawks, to say the very least, as you see the stats again in full detail. Keep in mind, he has been able to cruise in a lot of his opportunities, has not faced too much trouble when he's been pitching this season. So the Humber Hawks set to begin things at the plate. Jack St. Louis will lead things off today for Humber. The center fielder, followed by Charlie Towers at short, Justin Groves in left, Xavier Whittle at the DH, Jacob Turner, Jack Young. Once the top order, starting things off today with the ball, 1-0. Going up the middle this time. 1-1 the count on the fastball. 1-1 is the count. And that one hits him right on the hand. He's not leaving. Interesting enough, it looked like it hit him to the hand. And now Humber's bringing the coaching staff out to discuss things here. Don't know the umpire ruled that was a hit by pitch. It sounded like it hit something. It looks like they'll let the at-bat keep on going. No signal for taking a base there. Outside for the ball. Jack St. Louis, a .358 hitter this season. Also has a home run upstairs. 3-2 is the count. This time called strike 3. So what could have very likely been a hit by pitch instead ends in a strikeout for St. Louis. Here's a look at the lineup to go more in depth. Bodio, Dubia, and Clark rounding out that lineup today. Humber as a whole averaged about .326 at the plate. Charlie Towers is now up. Towers skies it towards center, drops into the gap in left center. And Towers is aboard with the double on this brisk day. Second-year player from Toronto on the hit. That caused a lot of scrambling from Spencer Morin. Couldn't get to it in time, as now that will bring up Justin Groves. Groves, one of the third-year players from Peterborough. Starts off with a foul ball. 0-1. Charlie Towers this season hitting .381. 11 RBIs as part of his campaign. I believe that was Towers' stats once again. Is that one Towers away foul? 0-2. But Justin Groves, his tallies throughout the season very, very stellar. 21 RBIs for Groves, leading the way. Tied, in fact, with Oates on the season for RBIs in the season. Upstairs, 1-2. Walking back this time is Nelson. One, two. High drive, left field. Tracked down by Sleeman in the sun for the out. And no take up. 2 gone in the inning.
Designated hitter number 20, Xavier Whittle.
Now at the plate, Xavier Whittle. Starts off with a strike, 0-1. Gets the second strike, 0-2. A lot of pitchers counts so far for Brady Nelson. 0-2. Zips it, fastball misses. 1-2. One, two. That one definitely gets him. And a hit by pitch now for Whittle. Puts runners at first and second here. 2 outs in the first. So 2 base runners on the paths already, and a bit of a conference for Nelson. That brings up Jacob Turner. Start of this season, had about 276 on the campaign. 8 RBIs this season. Starts off speed for the strike, 0-1. There are the numbers in depth there. Also, the on-base percentage at .432 this campaign. Drawn 6 walks to get aboard. Donovan going around on the 86-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-2. 0-2 is the count. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. So that strikes out the end the inning. The second strikeout so far for Nelson. We head to the bottom of the first inning. So far, no score in this one. And that brings welcome back, everyone, to Tecumseh as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning in this ball game. The Humber Hawks set to pitch. The St. Clair Saints set to come to the bat. So the Humber Hawks have Caleb Blue warming up at the moment. Try and make his 6th start of the season. St. Clair Saints watching with intrigue. St. Clair's lineup this season has been able to hit .336 as a team. Here's a look at how they'll start today. Andrew Sleeman with Josh Anderson, Roland Glasgow, Henry Reel, followed by Joshua Huntwagner, Colin Robinson, Tyler Brown, Amblin, along with Jordan Miller and Spencer Morin rounds out St. Clair's lineup today. That brings us to the conversation on Blue. It's again Blue in start number 6. He's only made appearances in his starts. About a 3-1 record this season. His ERA at 2.85 as well. So a solid ERA on the campaign. 12 runs allowed, 8 of them earned. 23 strikeouts and 21 walks. 1 complete game also mixed into those 19 2/3 innings of work so far for the Hawks this season. So St. Clair now comes to the plate. Lead things off. The top hitter in the province. The OCAA swinging and missing to start is Sleeman. Andrew Sleeman. 536 as 2 dogs are having a bit of a fight out there. 1-1. But as mentioned, Sleeman, usually good for contact, has been the batting title leader throughout the season over Groves. Foul back. 1-2. St. Clair, in fact, has the first and third best hitters in the OCAA this season. Wagner in third, just below 500. 1-2, Sleeman to center. St. Louis tracks it, gets it in the sunshine for the out.
Shortstop number 17.
So one gone in the bottom of the first inning. That brings up Josh Anderson. Starting inside, missing 1-0. Josh Anderson hitting .300 this season. Picked up a home run yesterday, his first of the season. Got him above the double-digit mark at RBIs. This one played to Duva. Over to Turner for the out. 4-3.
Right fielder number 28, Rowan Glasgow.
That brings up Rowan Glasgow. Roland yesterday hit a booming home run, as well as a few doubles. 85 miles an hour to start from Blue, 1-0. Both pitchers bringing the heat today. There's some heat to the outside corner missing, 2-0. On the 2-0, gets the strike around the knees, 2-1. Swings around for a second strike, 2-2. On the 2-2, Glasgow to right field this time. Tracked down by Clark on a 1-2-3 inning to end the first. So after an inning of play, no score, you're watching We Digital as we head to the top of the second here in Tecumseh. Still at the ballpark here in Tecumseh as we get ready for the top of the second inning. Nelson getting, so far, one hit batsman, but also allowing a double. One hit so far combined, the first inning of play. So set to come up this inning, Jack Young. That's followed in the order by Bodato. Then next up in the order is Duva. In terms of those set to come up for Humber. Coach is now getting in position, just about ready to go here. Up to the plate, the catcher, Jack Young. And starts off by watching that one. 1-0. Young. Solid contact to left. Sleeman has to put a glove up to see in the sunshine, but makes the catch. First out.
Third baseman number 12, David Boato.
So David Boato now coming up. 308 hitter this season, also in the home run club. Humber, after all, leading the way this season in the OCAA in home runs with 9 as a team. 1-0. One and 0. Now it's to right field. Chased down and brought down by Glasgow. Glasgow making the catch. 2 flyouts now in the inning.
Second baseman number 26, Isaac Duva.
Isaac Duva now comes to the box. Duva chops it over to Miller. Played to Robinson for the 4-3 ground out. And a 1-2-3 inning for the top of the second. No score, no runners left on, no hits, no errors. Heading to the bottom of the second, no score, entering the bottom second here on We Digital. Welcome back, everyone, to the Cupsy as we get ready for the bottom of the second inning. Justin Prince with you here on We Digital. Henry Reel, Joshua Hunwagner, Colin Robinson, all due up to face off against Blue. They work their way through the warm-up clock. Still have less than 90 seconds to work with. Here's the defensive arrangement. Young, Turner, Duva, Towers, Boato are all on the infield today, with Grove, St. Louis, and Clark in the outfield for the Humber Hawks. So just about ready to go here. St. Clair looking to strike. First on the scoreboard. To the plate. Chasing after the all-time hits total record, Henry Reel. The 4th-year player graduating this season from St. Clair College. Starts with a strike, 0-1. Reel up the middle. Nearly squirts it out. Still squirts through for a base hit. Able to beat out the throw as the throw goes to the fence. Base hit there for Henry Reel. We'll see. Would have beat it regardless, but it goes under the glove of Turner. And St. Clair has its first hit of the ball game. Joshua Hunwagner now up to the plate next. Starts with a fastball up high, 1-0. Wagner, we talked about earlier on, a .481 batting average this season, 3rd best in all the OCAA. Reel with the massive lead at first. Fastball down low, 2-0. 2-0 is the count. Smacked out to right. A chase down by Clark. Can't get to it. He nearly breaks through the fence. 2-1 now the count. And now we'll see what happens with the gate out there. Appears to have been opened with that. And now some of the Humber Hawks coaches realizing that gate needs to be closed before we keep going here. See them now trying to battle with the gate. Looks like we are good to go now that the gate is visibly locked, it seems. 2-1. Off speed, trying to aim for the corner. 3-1. On deck, Robinson. Doesn't swing around, gets walked aboard. And two base runners are on the paths for St. Clair. That brings up Colin Robinson, the first baseman. Robinson's battled to be able to try and get hits all season. .222, that batting average was lower yesterday. He picked it up yesterday against Seneca. That was after getting an RBI double, a part of his headliners in a close game to close the two-game series yesterday. Starts by watching the double steal. No tag at third. Both runners now in scoring position. 1-0 the count for Robinson. Robinson to the gap in right center. It drops, sprints its way past Clark. One run scores, the second waved home. Hunfegner crosses the plate. It's an RBI single for Colin Robinson. St. Clair strikes first in the bottom of the second inning. Look at the replay as Robinson squared that one up for a good spot in the gap. And now to the plate, Tyler Brown Amlin, yesterday's closer in the second game against Seneca. Brown Amlin yesterday making just the second pitching appearance of the season, swings and misses on that one, 0-1. Fastball in for a strike, 0-2. Brown Amlin hitting .480 when he's up at the plate, by the way. 3 doubles as well, so he has extra base power to him. The 0-2 strikes out. Trying to swing hard at the fastball, and that's the first out of the inning. That brings up Jordan Miller. Starts with a miss, 1-0. Miller amongst those in the top 5 in batting attempts this season. .333 with 12 RBIs, 10 walks though. As he watches to strike 1-1. Very disciplined Miller is when he's at the plate this year. Watches again, 2-1. on the 2-1. Liked what he's seen there, swung around at it. 2-2. St. Clair up 2-0 in the inning so far. Back-to-back strikeouts from Blue. So Miller takes the walk to the dugout. That brings up Spencer Morin. Spencer Morin, 182 hitter this season, 2 RBIs to his credit this campaign. Spencer Morin, also part of the graduates from St. Clair College this season. Strike on the corner, 1-1. 1-1 is the count. Morin thought about bunting and twists around. He got hit on the footer somewhere. Twisted around on the pivot foot as 2 runners are now aboard. And Morin now checking to see if he can sprint on the foot.
Left fielder number 23, Andrew Sleeman.
So a hit by pitch there as that brings up Sleeman. Morin does stay in the ball game. Last time up for Sleeman, he flew out to center. Starting with the strike this count, 0-1. That one bounces away. Both runners advance to scoring position. Now runners at second and third with a 1-1 count for Sleeman. On the 1-1. 84 miles an hour, way high. 2-1. Two and one. Sleeman swings and misses on another fastball. 2-2. Two and two. Sleeman to right center, tracked down by St. Louis, and that retires the side. But it's St. Clair who strikes first in the ball game. The St. Clair Saints pick up a 2-0 lead over the Humber Hawks. As we head to the top of the third inning, you're watching Wheat Digital in what's been a close one so far. Welcome back, everyone, to Tecumseh, Ontario for more baseball. The OCAA baseball season coming to a close these next couple days, as here's a look, or a slow look, at St. Clair's defensive alignment. We'll try and get that working later on. Here it is, in fact. Real, Hunt, Vector, Miller, Anderson, and Gale are all in the infield today. Real played DH most of yesterday. Brown, Amblin, Anderson, and Glasgow are all in the outfield for the Saints. Again, St. Clair 16-0 coming into today. So now the 2 through 4 hitters due up when St. Clair comes up next. It's the 9, 1, and 2 hitters for Humber. Landon Clark, Jack St. Louis, Charlie Towers all due up. Starting things off, contact to left field. Sleeman got track of that one. That's his third fly ball to left. And that's the first out of the inning already. So that brings up St. Louis. St. Louis. Starts with 1 to the backstop, 1-0 for St. Louis. Went up more velocity upstairs, 2-0. 2-0, foul back for 2-1. 2-1 is the count. Try to get the fastball to the corner, missed it. 3. Hitters count here. Towers on deck. And walked aboard is St. Louis. Humber with an air base runner for 1-2-3 inning last inning. That brings up Charlie Towers. Towers, a double last time up for him. Starts fastball missing, low, 1-0. Towers squeaks it on past Miller. A base hit now for Towers. Runners at first and second in the third inning. Towers able to chop it past Miller by a sizable amount, in fact. That brings up Justin Groves. Justin Groves, a fly out to left last time up for him. Starts with a strike, 0-1. Nelson walks off. The 0-1 gets the zone, 0-2. On the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Groves gets struck out. Third strike of the game for Nelson. That brings up Woodall. His spot at least. Looks like a pinch hitter. To the hit by pitch from Woodall last time up. So a change here to bring Dylan White in. So an early change to the lineup card from Humber.
Batting for Whittle, number 17.
Dylan White, hitting .357 this season. Parlows with some power with 8 RBIs. Also has the home run. Starts with a foul ball to the railing, 0-1. The 0-1. Fastball, middle of the plate, 0-2. On the 0-2. Trying to set up a pitch out a bit. 1-2. One and two. Went off speed with it outside. 2-2. Oh, 2-2. Foul back again. Stays 2-2. Two and two again. Make it 3-2. Just above the zone. Nelson gets the sign. The 3-2. And White gets walked aboard. So the bases are loaded here in the third inning. That brings up Jacob Turner.
First baseman, number 27, Jacob Turner.
Turner last time up struck out to end the rally in the first inning. Starts off speed for the strike, 0-1. The 0-1 misses, 1-1. One and one to left field. Sleeman looks at it, gets it, and the jam is broken out of. So Humber leaves 3 aboard in the top of the third inning. The score remains 2-0 St. Clair here on Wheat Doodle. Welcome back, everyone, to today's ball game as the Pets continue to roam free, so to speak, around the ballpark. Getting set to go for the bottom of the third inning here on Weed Digital. Just Prince with you as Blue gets ready to face that middle of the order we talked about at the top of the third. Anderson, Glasgow, and Real all do in order.
033, 038, 031, and 026.
So just about ready to go here.
033, 038, 031, and 026.
Anderson, Glasgow, Real once again due up.
You can claim your prize at the Uncle Jack's table behind the bleachers.
And the Hawks work their way past the 90-second buzzer.
Leading off the bottom of the third.
Up to the point now, Anderson.
Shortstop number 17, Josh Anderson.
Anderson last time up, grounded out in the first inning, a part of a 1-2-3 start of the game for St. Clair's lineup. Starts backing up Anderson there, 1-0. Tries to go to the outside, misses again, 2-0. Went fastball with it for the strike, 2-1. On the 2-1. Swing and miss, 2-2. The 2-2. Into the dirt, 3-2. On deck, Glasgow. And Anderson starts this inning off with a walk. Second walk so far today for St. Clair's lineup.
Fielder number 28, Rowan Glasgow.
Rowan Glasgow now comes up. Glasgow before today, hitting .394. Starting off with a stolen base is Anderson. He moves to second. Strike at the plate, 0-1 to count for Glasgow. Look to the replay as Anderson had a solid lead in the first place. Watch that one for a strike, 0-2. On the 0-2. Backed up from the plate, and Anderson takes the chance to move up to third. On the 1-2. Off speed missed it. 2-2. Two and two, foul back to the screen, stays 2-2. 2-2, strikes out. Moscow swings and misses on that one. That's strikeout number 3 from Blue.
Catcher number 26, Henry Real.
Henry Real now coming up to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Last time up for Real, it was a single. Swings and misses to start this count, 0-1. One swings around at one way outside, 0-2. Real skies it up. Chased down by Turner, gets the out. So that leaves Anderson stuck at third with 2 gone in the inning. Josh Hudvagner now to the plate. Starts off speed for the strike, 0-1. Gets a strike for the second time, 0-2. The 0-2, swings at one inside, battles it off, stays 0-2. The 0-2 swings and misses, and that retires the side. Blue with 2 strikeouts in the inning alone. So 2-0 is where the scoreboard remains. After 3, St. Clair with that advantage here in Tecumseh. Welcome everyone back to Tecumseh as we get ready for the top of the 4th inning. Just Prince with you here on We Digital as we get set for the bottom of the order. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Humber. Young, Boato, and Duval are all due up to the plate this inning. So far, those 3, for reference, 1, 2, 3 sat down in the 2nd inning of play. Getting in position to get ourselves into the top of the 4th inning here. So far, the hits have slowed down, so to speak. Just a couple hits total in the ballgame, 3 combined. To the point, Jack Young starts up high, fastball missing, 1-0. Thought about going around this time, didn't. 1-1. On the 1-1, off speed, drops into the zone. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the glove. That's the first out.
Third baseman number
So that
12,
brings up David Boato. Boato flew out to right last time up. Starts with a strike, 0-1. Gets the second strike called as well, 0-2. 0-2 is the count. Misses this time outside, 1-2. 1-2 is the count. And missed around the knees, 2-2. The 2-2 fouled away. Two and two, strikes out. Two gone in the inning. Apologize for the scoreboard difficulties.
second baseman number 26, Isaac Duvar.
Isaac Duva now coming up to the plate. Fouled away to start, 0-1. The 0-1 slapped in for a base hit. Duba gets aboard, and the inning continues.
Right fielder number 9, Landon Clark.
That brings up Landon Clark. Starts off missing outside, 1-0. Last time up for Clark, he flew out to left. Swings and misses for the first strike, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Throw over to first, called safe. Trying to keep Duva on base, or at bay, should say. It's 2-1. Gets strike, 2-2. 2-2. Swing and miss, strike three. Third strike of the inning from Nelson. He's starting to heat up a bit. Head to the bottom of the fourth inning, 2-0 remains your score line. St. Clair up. Welcome everyone back to the Tecumseh for the bottom of the fourth inning. Colin Robinson, Tyler Brown Amlin, Jordan Miller are all due up to begin this inning, for the bottom frame at least. So far, 1 for 3 those batters have been in this game. Robinson, as a matter of fact, the one who got an RBI single in that grouping to give St. Clair the lead it's got right now. The other two eventually struck out. Players getting in position here 10 seconds before they get themselves back to the batter's box. Back to the hitting efforts. So Colin Robinson coming up to the plate here. Robinson starts by watching a strike, 0-1. The 0-1, same location, same speed, 0-2. Now one goes the backstop, 1-2. Robinson popped up. 2 trying to track it down. Believe that was a tight play in the sunshine. Let's take a look at the replay here as Robinson takes the walk back. It does drop, yes, from Young's attempt. One and two. Swing and miss, strike three, and Robinson is retired on strikes. That brings up the designated hitter of this game, Tyler Brown Amlin. Starts with 1 in the dirt, 1-0. On the 1-0, Brown Amlin hits it fair, base hit to right. And another St. Clair base runner is on the paths. Their third hit today as a unit. Brown Amlin aboard for Jordan Miller. Miller struck out last time. A check over to first, called save. Gets a strike inside, 1-0. Or should I say 0-1. Throw over to first again, trying to keep him at bay. The 0-1. Down low for a 1-1 count. A 1-1. Missed outside as Brown Amblin takes a base. So stolen base there from Brown Amblin. Two and one, still on the boards. Miller fouls it away for a second strike, 2-2. Two and two. Miller fouls it down the first base line this time. Battle continues. 2-2. On the 2-2. Miller, hello. Miller having a duck down for that one, 3-2. Three and two. Miller down the right field line and hit foul as Clark went on the hustle bus. On deck, Spencer Morin. And a swing and a miss. Strike three. Miller strikes out for the second time this ball game. That brings up center fielder Spencer Morin. Starts things off in the dirt. 1-0, and up a base goes Brown Amblin. Brown Amblin stealing third base. Fouled away on the 1-0 to make it 1-1. One and one. Morin going 2 out bunting. Trying to get the tag at home instead. Called safe. And an interesting choice as that allows a run to score. And right here he takes the sprint, tries to go for the tag, but the umpire missed it. That brings up Sleeman.
Fielder number 23, Andrew Sleeman.
Sleeman, so far 2 flyouts this game. Swings and misses to start. A throw over to second allows Morin to advance. Morin now in scoring position. The 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. Oh and 2 is the count. Foul back to the screen, stays 0-2. The 0-2 gets the strike. Morin goes for a stolen base. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Sleeman is run up. So St. Clair Saints move into a 3-0 advantage here. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, it looks like Blue wanting to talk things over about something here as they bring a flurry of baseballs.
For St. Clair in the bottom of the 4th, 1 run on 1 hit.
Not sure what the discussion was fully about there from Callum Blue. The Humber Hawks now going into a team meeting. Them trailing 3-0 here. The Hawks trying to remain focused here as they so far brought 3 hitters to the plate onto the base paths. Let's look at the previous play. Again, this might be the main talking point. It was close. Might have got him out of the arm. That's where the argument might be after contact with the umpire. Seen him arguing the play afterwards at that point. Let's look one more time. Slow-mo. Might have gotten a swipe at him. Have to give it an exact stoppage to see on the frame. Either way, it's 3-0. And either way, we head to the top of the 5th inning. Jack St. Louis, Charlie Towers, Justin Groves, all due up here. The 1 through 3 hitters. Starts with one bouncing off of reel, 1-0. Down low, 2-0. So far today, St. Louis has struck out and walked to get on the base paths. We've got a piece of that one, 2-1. Two and one outside over the other batter's box, 3-1. Towers on deck. Gets the strike and stops St. Louis in his place. He was ready to try and take a base. And this time he will. 2 walks today for St. Louis.
Shortstop number 5.
So now to the plate, the shortstop, Charlie Towers, who's got himself a double and a single this game. Fouled away to start. 0-1. Oh and 1, your count. And check over to first, called save. Keeping on, checking at first. Misses this time. 1-1. One and one. The runner goes. The hit and run. And it works to perfection. A base hit for Towers. And runners are now at the corners with nobody out in the top of the 5th inning.
Left fielder number 8, Justin Groves.
Justin Groves now with a prime opportunity to try and bring in some base runners here. Starting things off with a strike, 0-1. Throw over to first. Robinson dropped the ball this time. Again, runners are still at the corners here. Nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. They just keep throwing back over to first. One to short. Anderson gets one. The throw over to Robinson at first rolls away. And a run comes in to score. It's 3-1. So Humber gets themselves on the scoreboard this game. Now it gets interesting with the contact. Justin Groves, 22 RBIs this season. Look as that bounced away from Robinson. Now it's Dylan White up to the plate. Way inside. 1-0 to start this count. One and 0 turns to 1-1. It's time down the right field line. Hit foul. 1-2. The 1-2. Going for the quick throw. Gets him out at first. Strikes him out, gets him out. And that retires the side. And the Humber Hawks still in shock on the play as the St. Clair Saints lead 3-1 entering the bottom of the 5th inning. Welcome back, everyone, to Tecumseh. It's time for the bottom of the 5th inning. It's been a pretty close one throughout this entire ball game on a very brisk and cold day. Full hat attire recommended for some. This bottom of the 5th inning, Josh Anderson, Rowan Glasgow, and Henry Reel all due up in the frame. So far, no pitching changes for the Humber Hawks staff. It's continuing. Up on the mound is Blue, keeping this game relatively close. So to the plate is Josh Anderson. Anderson, Glasgow, Reel, due up. Starts with one bouncing in the turf, 1-0. Last time up for Anderson, he walked aboard. Misses the corner, 2-0. This time bounces it in the dirt to make it 3-0. And the pen is starting to get prepared from Humber's perspective right now. This time gets the bounce back strike, 3-1. 3-1. Foul back to make it a full count, 3-2. Three and two. Anderson watches that one for a walk. That's his second this game. So another base runner for St. Clair. Rowan Glasgow now up to the plate here. He's flown out and struck out this game. Glasgow to right. Chasing after is Clark. He backs off this time. 0-1. There's a look at the Humber pen as they warm things up with Noah Garner. 0-1 up high. 1-1. Runner goes, the throw to second. Called safe, a stolen base for Anderson. Two and one the count. Watch that one for a strike, 2-2. Two and two. Outside, making it 3-2. The 3-2. Misses and back-to-back walks here. And it looks like Humber bring the coaching staff out. Humber led by Troy Black this season. So Blue now set to talk things over with his coach here. So buying some time for Gardner to warm up in the pen in the backdrop. That's back-to-back walks to start off the bottom of the fifth inning. Runners at first and second here. So due up here is Henry Real.
Catcher number 26, Henry Real.
Real starts off by showing bunt, 0-1. Going one, Real to center. St. Louis looks at it and gets it. No tag. The runners stay put. So a fly out from Henry Real. Josh Hudvagner now coming up. He's walked aboard and struck out so far this game. Starting things off with one directly to Duva. Point over to Turner. The runners advance, but it's two gone to the inning. Two in scoring position now at the bottom of the fifth inning. 2 outs in the frame. That brings up Colin Robinson. Robinson 1 for 2. He struck out last time up, but already has an RBI single today. Starts with a ball, 1-0. Drops below the knees, 2-0. On the 2-0, that gets the strike this time, 2-1. Speed slides its way into the zone, 3-1. On the 3-1. Skied up. And hit foul, 3-2. On a 3-2. Gets the strike. Strike 3 called, and Humber gets out of the jam. 3-1 remains your score after 5 innings of play. You're watching We Digital. Welcome everyone back to Tecumseh as we get ready for the 6th inning of play. Just Prince with you here on We Digital as due up this inning Turner, Yun, and Boato. Reminder that at approximately 3 p.m. or 30 minutes after the finish of this game, the second game and the final games for these 2 seasons will take place here on We Digital. So, leading off for the Hawks, Jacob Turner. Turner 0 for 2 so far with a strikeout and a flyout. Starts with a swing and a miss, 0-1. Gets the second strike, 0-2. On the 0-2. Tries to hit the outside corner, doesn't get the call. 1-2. On the 1-2, ground ball played by Huttwagner. And he sends it to the 7th row somewhere. That was skied all the way out towards the fencing. And that was not a pretty throw. So Turner gets aboard here with what is the first error of this ball game. Coach is just getting back in position after that one win. Bye-bye. Jack Yun now to the plate. Starts down low, 1-0. Fouled away, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Gets the strike. 1-2. On the 1-2. Get strike 3. Jack Young's retired on strikes for the second time today. That brings up David Boato. Starts with the foul ball. 0-1 this count. The 0-1 fastball. 0-2. Two to right. Glasgow gets it. 2 gone. That brings up Isaac Duva. Swings and misses to start. 0-1. The 0-1 gets the second strike. 0-2. 0-2 is the count. Swing and miss. Strike 3. And yet again, Nelson punches them out. He's got plenty of strikeouts today. He's already above 5. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score, St. Clair 3, Humber 1. Welcome back to the ball game as we enter the bottom of the 6th inning. Lights not expected to be turned on today, with it being not a cloud in the sky really. Very sunny conditions here in Tecumseh today. We do have a pitching change for the Humber Hawks. It is Noah Gardner. Gardner now into the ball game for the Hawks. Here's a look at the pitching stats for him. 6 1/3 innings of work with 1 win on the season in 4 games. 6 strikeouts to 3 walks, an ERA of 1.11. That's one of the best ERAs on the team, in fact, this season. 3rd-year player. So due up this inning, Brown, Amlin, Miller, and Morin spots. Starting things off is Brown, Amlin. Can already tell you at least one lineup change is approaching. You've seen Gabriel Duncan playing with the lineup card. Adrian Harrison is into the box. The batter into the on-deck circle. Brown Amlin starts with one around his head, 1-0. One and 0, fouled away, 1-1. One swing and a miss, 1-2. One, two, causes a swing and a miss. And for the second time, Brown Amlin's down on strikes. That brings up the pinch hitter, Adrian Harrison. The umpire taking some extra time to make note of this lineup change. First at bat today for Harrison, due up. Harrison, a .343 hitter this season with 9 RBIs on the campaign.
Batting for Miller, number 9, Adrian Harrison.
Now they're back in position here. Harrison hits it over to Turner for 3 unassisted for the second out.
Center fielder, number 1.
That's going to bring up the center fielder, Spencer Morin. Starts with a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 drops below the table, 1-1. One down into the dirt, 2-1. Two and one. Chopped over to Turner. Calls off his pitcher to get the 3 unassisted, and so the St. Clair Saints march into the into the top of the 7th inning with a 3-1 lead. They look to secure the win in the top of the 7th. Coming up, you're watching We Digital. Welcome everyone back to the ball game as Nelson stays in the game as he looks to try and get a complete game for the 3rd time this season. There's at least a player in the bullpen in Cameron Beal if necessary to try and get the save. The 9, 1, and 2 hitters in the lineup are due up here. Clark, St. Louis, and Towers. Players just about ready to go. Here comes Landon Clark's spot. We have a pinch hitter. Caleb Iguerin now coming up. So a change to the lineup card for the right fielder spot.
For Clark, number 2. Caleb Iguerin.
Warren now sets things up in the box. Starting things off with the ball, 1-0. This season, he's a .296 hitter. 8 total hits, 3 of them, though, are doubles. Down low, 2-0. Half swing, but foul tipped, 2-1. On the 2-1. Gets a strike up the middle, 2-2. Two and two, swing and miss, strike 3. Another strikeout for Nelson. That's 9 now with the ball game for the St. Clair Saints. It's 2 outs away from a complete game ball game. Jack St. Louis now comes up. Starts this one with the ball, 1-0. Misses, 2-0. Right up the middle, base hit. Nearly hits the pitcher. St. Louis gets aboard. He's been aboard on the base paths 3 times, his first via hit. That brings up the shortstop, Charlie Towers. Time called to start. Charlie Towers, 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double this game. To center. Morin tracks it down, 2 gone, and Humber's down to their final out. That brings up the left fielder, Justin Groves. Groves starts off with 1 off speed in the zone, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch out. Not there in time to get a tag, 1-1. Throw over to first, called safe. One and one to center. Morin gives it chase and gets the out. The St. Clair Saints remain undefeated and pick up their 17th win of the season. 3-1 is your final. In approximately 30 minutes or so, Game 2 will take place to close out the campaign for the St. Clair Saints and for the Humber Hawks. But until then, for the rest of your crew, I'm Justin Prince saying so long. We'll see you then in about 30 minutes or so from now.